It's the first of the month.
Yeah, man. Summer has officially begun. School's out now, but weather's catching up to us. Welcome to the Freedom Cage Podcast, where we lock into a free state of mind each and every pay week on all DSPs, of course. But to my right, I got my main guy, my ace, my left on my right this week, Shawn, better known as Mr. Senor Leon on all your socials.
You know.
And me and Kenny, man, also known as King Kaepernick on all these socials. But yo, bro, July 1st, man, it's here finally. School's out, it's behind us.
Yes.
But other than watching the kids full time, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man. Like you said, now they're home. So now you got to have a plan for them, right? You know what I mean? You don't want them glued to the iPads or glued to the TV. You know, you got to make a plan for them. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's tough, man. Technology has a hold on the kids. Has a hold on the adults, too. But, you know, we can say it's email. So, it's important. But the kids, man, it's rough. They just YouTubed out. What else? Work was cool the last couple weeks?
Yeah, last couple of weeks are quiet. I think everybody's on vacation. There's a couple of big go lives at my company, so I think a lot of people are just trying to relax before the storm hits, and I don't blame them. So, and I'm enjoying the quiet myself, so it's all good. No complaints.
Yeah, quiet time at work is very underrated.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Other than getting the emails out, just you and your headphones. Priceless. But I see the big top 50 over there. You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
You're not just going to drop the, you know what I mean, the 3-foot high award on me and not say nothing about it.
So every year there is this company called Diversity Inc. And what they do is they have companies fill out an application to be in the top 50. And for my company, we're a health and hospital, so we ranked, I think it was like number 5 in that category of health and hospitals. So it was really cool. It was a big dinner in I forgot the restaurant, but it was really nice. It was like a gala thing, and Jesse Jackson was there.
Jesse.
Yeah, I got to meet a lot of the top like heads of big companies. They had DJ Paulie D play music, and then they had Quest play music too. Nice, Questlove. Nice. So it was nice, man. It was cool to be a part of it. Been engulfed in the diversity work for like the last 4 or 5 years. So to be a part of something like that was big.
That's what's up, brother. Congratulations, man.
Thank
well
you.
deserved. I know you put the work in, the sweat, the tears, and it's all coming to fruition, man. Congrats, bro.
Appreciate
Congrats.
It, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
What's good on your side, though, man?
July, definitely need a haircut. Summertime fly.
Same here, man.
Yeah, you know I mean, summertime fly. You know, don't judge me, please. Please don't judge me. I'm going right after the show. But my oldest, man, she graduated.
Yes.
Going on a junior high, bro. Not ready, man. My baby's growing up. You know, she had to do the whole. She's big into the sweats. She loves them. Hey, the more she loves it, I love it, you know. But, you know, she dressed up for the part, you know, did the whole dress in heels for the graduation. But it was beautiful, man. She's part of the first inaugural class to leave the building.
Nice.
So it was a real special moment for everybody that's been there since kindergarten all the way to now.
Nice.
But she had a dope speech, started it off. But, yeah, man. Baby girl doing big things, man. Big things, man. Super proud of her. But shout out to Savannah, man.
Yeah, and, man. Congrats.
Junior high, here we come.
Yeah.
I'm already not ready, man. But the good news is, man, New York State.
It's right on time. It's a great transition. Carry and conceal laws. And you got 3 kids.
3 kids. I gotta go.
One
gun
for each
shopping.
kid.
I gotta go gun shopping. As soon as that permit come in the mail, I'm gonna be there with my temp. Like, hey, this is real, for real. But talk to me.
Yeah, man. Carry and conceal laws in New York. So on Thursday, it was I think June 23rd, in a 6-3 vote, the Supreme Court struck down a New York law requiring a person to show a special need in order to legally carry a gun in public. So, writing for the majority, Justice Clarence Thomas said New York's law prevents law-abiding citizens with ordinary self-defense needs from exercising their right to keep and bear arms. Break that down for me, brother.
Like it's a terrible catch 22 50-50 thing. I support it if it sounds good on paper, but the reality of it, whether this was going legal or not, the guns was there already. So now you kind of fake had the assumption that everybody had one anyway, but now you know everybody got one. So I hope it's similar to down south where if everybody knows everybody's carrying, everybody's civil. Where it's like, hey, partner, hey, howdy. Let's just keep our days going.
Yeah.
But a lot of cowboys up east, so I just don't want that to backfire on people, man. But hey, if you have a family to protect, something you love, you want to, make sure it's guarded, fill out for the permit. It doesn't hurt to have. But the good news is you got to go through all the protocols and procedures, the training regimen, just to make sure you're sane in order to have it. And that I'm down for. But the guns are still going to get into the kids' hands anyway, so you can't avoid it.
Yeah, I talked to several people, and of course, the law enforcement friends, they're ecstatic. You know what I mean? Now they can, carry openly and just be out there with their guns because they're sensible people. You know what I mean? They, to all the points that you made, right? They gone through all the checks, and they know that when they're out there with a firearm, they need to be mindful. They're not drinking. They know there's certain places you can't go in with the guns anyway. So on that side of the fence, they're ecstatic about it. And the one example that I was told was, imagine if now you have more people with sensibility carrying guns. If you have a mass shooter now walking in now, you potentially have 10 people in the building that are armed, and maybe this person kills less people because now there's more people who are carrying, right? I get there's a whole nother side to that a lot of people with fears have with now. They're just going to be sensible to get the permit, to get the gun, and then now it becomes the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
To your point, it already is the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So it's open for debate, but fact of the matter is the law is, is struck down. So we got to pretty much catch up with the times and, just pray for our safety and pray that more people are mindful. Yeah.
I honestly hope it has the same effect, the legality of weed did, where, hey, it exists. Drug dealers still exist too, but there's a harmony, I hope, in that world. You know what I mean? Hopefully there'll be a cool balance as far as knowing who has it, who doesn't, who shouldn't. Right. And just know, y'all, just because it's legal to carry and conceal, you get caught with a banana clip, you still going to jail, my nigga. Right. There's some things you just, hey, little 9-shooter, you know what I mean, service pistol type thing. Yep. Shit, a musket, they might let you fly. But anything rapid fire, automatic, extra clips sticking out, nah, you still going to jail for all of that. No matter what you claiming on that report, you don't need all that firepower, fam, at all. But we'll see how it goes. As always, it's going to be a hot summer.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So next up, man, I mean, we say this with a humble heart, and we just want to say that we fully support all of the individuals. And I say individuals because now technically not just a natural born female can give birth. So
what?
So if you can have trans people giving birth.
What?
Yeah.
I missed that story.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So technically, if you change,
can you unpack this?
Like if a female transitions to a male but doesn't change the full reproductive organs.
Yes.
Yeah, so technically she's classified a male, but she can give birth.
Yeah, female organs, female. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You had me for a second there, bro. I was like, wait, so they cutting off penises and putting in those? Like,
nah.
Okay.
So that's why I'm using the term individuals, but we definitely support them because now, once again, the end of June, The Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade, eliminating the constitutional right for abortions. So, as per CNN now, state legislators can now decide how to enforce abortion rights. So, if you think about it, like your Planned Parenthoods, I know that there were a couple facilities that, as soon as this went down,
Immediately.
all the procedures were canceled. So, like, if you were just about to go there and get an abortion, they had to cancel your procedure. If it was in certain states that immediately banned it. So
I just hope there wasn't somebody mid-knife, like, and page the doctor, like, you're abandoned ship.
nah, that would be nuts.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I had the appointment, but, you know,
That would be like, that hospital would now belong to that family.
But shit, on the flip side, somebody probably just got it done the day before. It was like, whew.
Yeah, just made the cut.
Yeah, but as far as speaking up for it, Jasmine Sullivan said something really cool at the BET Awards. She was, if you ever have benefited from a woman making one of the toughest decisions in her life, while, you know, being that is terminating a pregnancy, I hope you stand up as well. As,
right.
Just recognizing the importance of a woman having their own right, because that's something that government really shouldn't be able to control, especially when you don't have free health care as an alternative.
Yeah.
It has to happen. I don't know how they're going to... I don't know. Listen, there's other means to getting it done, unfortunately, for those states where women may be in need, but the fact that they have to go to another neighboring state in order to get that procedure done is fucked up.
Yep.
But there are a few big name brands and companies standing behind the pro version of the situation, where they're allocating funds to to those women members, whatever you may identify in need, who need to go for another state, like up to $3,000-$4,000 as far as an expense to go, come back, and that's what's up, man. I'm happy everybody's just supporting the need for women to be able to have that right, because whether it was a mistake or a terrible situation that might have happened via rape or whatever the case may be, that option should still be available. But my question to you in all of this, what's the government's long-term gain from this? Like, what could they possibly thinking? Like, I know this has to be a pin in the sort of, of a roller coaster to happen, but what's the end game in this? Like,
the only thing that I can see is, if you think about unplanned, well, not unplanned, right? It's not like we planned our pregnancies, but we love our kids.
Shouts to mom, shouts to dad. Happy that worked out.
You know what I mean? What did Jay say? Is mama's baby, papa's maybe.
Yeah.
You know what
Rolling
I mean?
Stone vibes. Yeah.
But in the case of, like you said, right, rape, ancestry, those kinds of pregnancies are trauma for women, and we're not here to speak for women, but to answer your question, it is going to create more unwanted babies. And I use that term loosely because I know how it may sound to our audience, whether you're listening or watching the video. But if you think about those pregnancies where the woman is in, or the individual is in so much trauma that they don't even want to care for that child.
Yeah,
that child now is in the system, right? And now the trauma of them experiencing the system, which we know is fucked up, they are more susceptible to become a kid that grows up in the worst environment, right? Struggle, poverty. And what does struggle and poverty lead to? Crime. You're going to have more unwanted babies, unwanted kids on the street who are going to be learning in a system that doesn't really care for them, and attracting a crowd that really is going to use them for their own benefit, and more than likely end up in prison. Now, if you really go into other stats, you can always do your research. You look at when abortions first started, and there's a book on it, there's a direct correlation between the reduction in crime and the reduction in incarcerations. I gotta get the name of the book, but it literally just ties the data to when abortion started.
Wow.
So that, to me, is they're just trying to keep rich, right? Who really feeds the system of the prisons? Minorities. Who really goes out there and buys all this stuff and is just straight consumers, right? There was a post the other day that McDonald's, the guy who owns that shit, his family doesn't even eat from there. Bill Gates doesn't even let any of his family use any of the, the products. Like, so it's always us. So if you think about it, they put more unwanted kids on the street. You have overpopulation. You don't have enough resources. It just creates that, crabs in the barrel attitude. Yeah. Yeah, and it's wild, if I can add real quick, because if you think about it, you want more white babies on the street. Because if you're really scared, if these white people are really scared, they need to see that now you're just going to make us outnumber you even faster. Because we're already outnumbering them.
Correct.
Like something crazy. So if you doing this now, I have my wild theory that I just shared as to why they're doing it, but it's going to be interesting to see the trickle down effect.
For sure. I would have to do some additional research as far as I am a little curious now to know who holds the highest statistic as far as abortions taking place, what race or creed, and because I'm pretty sure that's the target audience that they're trying to limit from. But nonetheless, another weird side note as far as the justices appointed to the vote of overturning the Roe versus Wade, 3 of them were appointed by Trump and when he was in term. And unlike every other chair, seat, position in the United States of America, the Supreme Court's the only one that's it's a lifetime dream. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once you got the job, you got the job. And when he initially did it, I'm like, Trump's sneaky. He probably did that because he knew someday the Fed's going to come.
This was an investment.
Sentence time going to be there. He just going to look them 3 in the face like, fam, I need y'all, you know what I mean? And they're going to get them off, whatever it may be. But the fact that those 3 happen to be on the same side of making America great, this is one of their little themes as far as abortion and control of the population. It's scary. It's scary to see who he has in his corner, even when he's not in the ring. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's nuts.
Oh, yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and the last part you got here is very crucial, too. And a friend of mine actually said this may be coming with them going after same-sex marriages next.
I don't, by any chance, did they explain the correlation, how one could lead to the other?
No.
I've seen that a couple places, and I didn't know how one really unfolded. It seems like a bit of an extreme to jump from that to the other. I know constitutional rights and so on and so forth, but it just seemed like a weird jump. I got to do some more research on.
I agree.
That's
to
crazy.
Me, this is pretty much the Supreme Court telling us, know your place. We run this shit. Yeah. We don't care how much you protest, how much you march. We run this shit, and if you don't like it, you could leave.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the greatest country in the world, right?
Land of the free.
Yeah. It's like, would you leave? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, what do you do? I mean, let's talk about a rock and a hard place, but don't want to be across seas in a fucked up situation either. So
facts. But, and I want to give a shout out to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
I love her.
Yeah. So she broke down actual ways of things that people can do. Like, you know how they tell you go vote, but they don't tell you like specific things that you should look for or do.
Those mid-elections, man.
Right. So if y'all get a chance, check her out on Twitter. She wrote a real extensive
She's dope. Because she breaks it down in layman terms, and that's what people of this generation need to see. Because very short attention span. If the video's longer than 45 seconds, we niggas is moving on, unfortunately. So the way she breaks it down for those that want to hear it or need to hear it are able to consume it a lot smoother. Yeah. She always has little stabs though at the people in the court. Oh yeah. But she was explaining the whole 6 weeks being the term as far as when they feel abortions are outright no more. She's like, 6 weeks? That just means I'm 2 weeks late. Yeah. But I wouldn't expect y'all to understand that because y'all don't go through what we go through. Right. But I love her, man. She always has great appreciation for sure for AOC. Yeah. Ooh, all
right, we moving over to the question segment. So we got a good question here, man, and I think I'm really, really excited to hear your opinion on
Oh
this.
shit.
So, do you think the honeymoon stage feeling can be recreated in a relationship?
You ready?
Yes.
The honeymoon stage never leaves.
Explain.
Keep it fancy, man. Keep it funky. Keep it spicy. You gotta keep that euphoria of little things going, whether it be like a certain smell, a whiff, a look. There's gotta be certain things that keep you engaged, that had you engaged since day one.
Mm.
The beautiful thing, with marriage and love, you found your 3, 4 favorite things on day one, but as time grows, you go, oh shit, add one to the list. You know what I mean? Shit, years ago, you got like 15 things. Look at me, you got 4 or 5 things that piss you off, though. Don't get it twisted, you know what I'm saying? But as far as recreating it, that's tough, because you can't, not that it's undoable or impossible, but I think it's extremely difficult to restart an engine that's been cold for X amount of time. You know what I mean? Like I leave my car without starting for a good week on vacation. I might need a jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't got one of them fresh batteries. You know what I'm saying? But I think restarting or recreating is tough, but maintaining the high, I'm fully committed on. I'll stay on that side of the fence.
I gotta disagree,
Talk to me, man. How do you? What do you think the honeymoon stage feeling, and how do you recreate it in a relationship? I assume if it died or faded away.
So, for those of you who probably don't know what a honeymoon stage is, it's that beginning stage of the relationship.
Bliss.
You know what I'm saying? When everything is new. And I'll stay with your analogy, right? When you first got your car. Like, I remember when you first got your car. You know what I'm saying? There is nothing like that feeling. You remember the smell. You probably remember the first place you went.
Yeah.
You remember all the memories when you just got that car. You don't look at your car the same way now. Even if, you know what I mean, it's still in great shape, and this is to anybody out there. You don't look at things the same way over time unless they are completely renewed, right?
Facts.
And, exhibits not pulling up on you and pimping your ride, right? We found out that shit was fake. So
terrible.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Childhood.
Yeah, so I just don't see it happening because you're never going to look at the person that you're with the same way you did in the beginning. You can still love them. To your point, you can still make it spicy, but y'all had fun just talking late into the wee hours when you first got together. Now, half your conversations are you in your phone and she's in your phone, or her phone. You know what I mean? Like, everything is just, all right, it's got to be something that's beneficial for us to really do things, because if not, we got to take care of the kids. We got to make money. We got to plan for this. We got to look out for that. Life just sweeps that honeymoon stage completely off. And
I agree with you with that part.
You know what I mean? I just find it, I don't think you can recreate that. You can definitely keep it spicy. I agree with you. You can find ways to keep, the love going and that fuel. But that honeymoon stage, man, that's a euphoric. Like, I can tell you one of the best outfits that my wife ever wore when we first got together. She looks good. Like, when she gets dressed up and goes out, she looks good. But that outfit is imprinted in my head. You know what I mean?
That's the 95, 96
you know
championship
what I'm
one.
saying?
Yeah.
I remember the hair. I remember the shoes. I remember the smell, everything.
72 and 10.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For real. So, and I know you do too, because y'all been together for a minute.
Sure.
So that, man, if you can do it, and maybe we could take this to the love, if you found a way to recreate that moment, I would love to talk to you, because that's, to me, it's an impossible feat.
Yeah, I would love to hear the FCPers talk about that.
Yes.
One. It'll be interesting, because I think it's an engine that you stay on. Hey, say the speed limit, 25, 30. You don't want to burn your engine out. You know what I mean? Go big time in the first 2 years and just run out of ideas. But it's a slow, steady cruise control. I'll say that.
Okay.
Keep it car related. But yeah, we'll definitely do a live for this one. That's a good one. Did I have any other questions? Trying to think.
I think we got more when we get to the sports section.
Shit. Yeah. All right, we'll go through it. What we doing here? Is it time already?
Is it time?
Is it too early? Nah, it's never too early for the FCP Minute Newz. Never too early.
All right, people. It is about that time. FCP Minute Newz featuring your man Ken Kaepernick.
Get it done, 60 or less.
Let me know, brother, and I will start the
time.
time.
Hold on. Am I ready? I think I'm ready. Hope I'm ready. All right,
and go.
All right. I'm going to start off on Staten Island, unfortunately. This guy, man, Rudy Giuliani, he was out there, doing promo with his son or some shit like that. There was an incident. Goes to a little news conference. Hey, I was assaulted. Felt like someone shot me in the back. The video resurfaces a couple days later. Somebody walked behind him like they were pat in the back. He said someone almost pushed me over. It was terrible. He needs to step his life up. Another sad news. Vince Carter's home was broken, and while he was home with his kids, they took like $100,000 from him. Fucked up. And other Mexico City news. A pet monkey died in a melee. He had armor on him, so he probably had to die. But shit was bad. And lastly, unfortunately, the author of a book who told you how to kill your husband, she actually got sentenced recently for murdering her husband. So if rappers gotta go for lyrics, authors gotta go for books. And that's my FCP Minute Newz, man.
Let's go.
I'm telling you. That's it, man. It's nasty out here. Oh my God. I fucked up. I got one more thing for y'all. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But this is for my drinkers, man. I saved this especially for y'all. It's for my drinkers, man. If you ever was out, low on funds, but Jack Daniels is your thing, man, but you didn't have enough for a mixer, Coke is going to help you out, man. They're going to start pumping Jack and Coke ready-made cans ready to go. That was for y'all. That was a special FCP Minute Newz bonus for my drinkers, man. Don't drink too much, but if you do, make it a Jack and Coke.
As long as they stay away from Hennessy and ginger ale, man. Like,
listen, if that shit came packaged, shit.
I'm concerned about the ratio. You know what I mean? I'm always concerned about these mixed drinks.
Yeah, you
know,
you're right. You're
be
right.
a lot more sugar than liquor. I ain't with it.
That's a fact. You can't return an open can like
you know what I'm saying?
It's not what I ordered, sir. Akeem's not going to have none of that.
And you got a pack now.
You got a 6-pack to go. So I want none of these. Like, nah.
Oh my God! And please don't pull up at the barbecue with the ready-made drinks, man. Unless you got nutcrackers or something.
Yeah, the nutcrackers always a go.
Special. Don't do that.
It would be dope if the 6-pack came in like you said, ratios. Like the 6 can is like, hey, 70-30, 70 Jack, 30 on you. And the last 6 can be the other way around. And for the soft drinkers, like, hey, I want to taste the Jack, but I want the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's gonna be at 1 can missing out every pack.
You know,
so, we have to rethink the whole strategy. Oh man,
Facts, man.
Jumping over to the music side of things, got some entertainment stuff, some celeb stuff. Beyonce, she is on the way. She means that shit. She has a new album out, dropped a new single last week, told everybody quit their 9 to 5. And some people really did that shit. They're real Beyonce fans. They say, yo, she says it's time to renaissance. So we going renaissance. Niggas went straight to unemployment. I don't know how they going. It's just something. Like, I get it, man. She's a mega superstar. I love Beyonce to death. But, hey, Jane made a 444. Everything isn't meant to be all the time. You know what I'm saying? But it was my other question I kind of had with you. With Beyonce jumping into house music, Chris Brown doing his whole Afrobeat spin. He could do anything, by the way. But, and now, most recently with Drake now dropping his album. That's not what I expected, but let me talk about this Drake album for a second, because I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I saw, it was like, I think he promoted the day of, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool, new Drake. So I love Drizzy. I always do new music, big fan. I was on the computer, so it was like 12:30. I said, oh shit, Drizzy's out. You know what I mean? I was like, packed up the computer, threw the headphones in. I said, I'm gonna go lay down, put it on. Heard the intro. And you know, Drake's famous for his intros. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I heard the tune. I was like, oh, this gonna be, ooh. You know what I mean? He about to murder this shit, right? And then like it went on for a little bit longer than I thought it would. I was like, oh, he's making it dramatic.
Yeah.
He's about to do the thing. You know what I'm saying? And then like it switched, and there was something else. I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
Now with all this streaming shit, when it goes to the next track, you really don't tend to go. You're not in your phone checking when the track switch. You're just, you know, Travis Scott fucked us up forever. But I look at him. It's right back on track 3. I'm like, wait a minute, I missed 2 tracks. Wait a minute, wait. Was there an intro? I'm like, nah. Next one. I pressed next one like 10 times straight. I'm like, I don't think none of these beats got bass in it. Now I'm looking at the track list. Like, you know what I'm like, yeah. I'm looking. I'm like, 21 Savage on the last one. I was like, you know what? Drake's funny. He'll flip this at some point. Next one. All these poppy, housey, Jersey nightclub beats. I'm like, that's the whole album? It's fucking 1 a.m., bro. I stayed up for this shit. Yeah, I was so angry, bro. But that 21 Savage joint was hard at the end. That was the only track I listened to in its entirety. But yeah, I felt a little let down. Like, I know he's a superstar ahead of the curve. He's gonna always try to give you what's next. You know, I get it, but this wasn't it, man. I'm not ready. I didn't want it. Not from you, bro.
Yeah, I think with Drake, he understands where music is going, and if you look at right now, we're in the midst of drill beats, Afro beats, and dance music.
Yeah.
And he already did the drill thing, right? You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And then,
London Town.
Afro beats, he could definitely fuck with that. Mm-hmm. But dance, that shit is popular everywhere.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You see these concerts, these house music, they be thousands of people flooding out
making
there.
A killing, those DJs.
You know what I mean? And then now, if you think about it, like he's got rap.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't need to rap anymore,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you like rap, you know Drake.
Facts.
If you like R&B, you know Drake.
Also facts.
He hasn't really fucked with the dance scene that much. Like he's dabbled in it.
Yeah. And you know what? I like it in doses. That's what it is. The one with Chris Brown, that was a banger. Like Afrobeat-ish, you know what I'm saying? I forgot how it goes, but everybody know the song. I love it in doses. Sprinkle it in between the bars. I'm all for that. Best I ever had. I know how you came out. I'm not expecting hard shit from you because that's how you came out. But this was it's too much of a dose, man.
Yeah, this album wasn't for us, man.
No. And it's okay. And that's okay.
He ain't making music for us no more. He's making music to build his fan base, to diversify his catalog. The brother's smart as shit, man. I got it.
That shit gonna be playing on every house jam, NBA TV, NFL. The station's gonna just gobble it up because it's it's friendly dance music. TikTok is gonna eat it up. Streams galore. Yeah. But my question with Drake being a rapper going that way, Beyonce being R&B going that way, I think a new artist genre needs to exist. The fluid artist is now a thing where it's not quite R&B, not quite rap. I like both. I dabble in the arts, you know what I'm saying? Like, but when it's a wartime, we don't know where to put you, my nigga. Doja getting best rapper or, Drake getting best singer is weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that way, but I think we are here. We are in the era of the fluid artist where there's no more rules. Like, you might have met me doing something, but I'm going in the studio and however I feel today, that's what I'm going to do. Like, I just really hope rappers don't try to jump on that wave. I don't want to hear Fab over a house beat. I really don't. Because he's nice enough, unfortunately, to catch a pocket and ride that shit out. Brooklyn, and he'll do it for you. But I'm just like, I didn't need to hear Fab on that.
Yeah.
But, we shall see where it goes, man.
I think we're safe with Fab.
I just, extreme example.
Yeah.
I definitely prefer my rappers straight. But, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. We'll see where it goes. We will see where it goes.
Definitely. So this versus battle, I don't.
All right, let me give a quick intro. If you haven't seen it, there was a versus battle last weekend with Omarion and Mario. That was the headliner.
Yeah.
There was a pre-show though that had a lot of jams in it, but
Comedy.
you know what I mean. It was Ray J, Mario. I'm sorry, Ray J, Sammy.
Bobby V.
Bobby V was there, out of shape. It was a lot of tracks I grew up to, a lot of songs I love. That guy. It was like, what bothers me is like Versus has been out now for some time. Like, yes, I think they might be are they in the second year? Might be approaching the third almost. So. They is about as old as COVID. So you've seen what Versus shows are made up of. You've seen winners win. You've seen losers win. You've seen cocky niggas lose. You've seen it all. Like, there's a blueprint to follow if you want to win. You want to win? Go Jada. Get militant. Know what the fuck you're saying. Know your own music and be able to perform it at the right time. None of these pre-show niggas studied the blueprint.
Not at all.
They had 3 of their 4 favorite tracks. Nobody had breath control. Nobody cared about checking the sound before they came out.
Nah.
Ray J had his kid with him, saying all kinds of obscenities. It was wild, man.
That shit was clickbait.
Yeah.
That shit was clickbait.
Yeah,
Ray J just expanded his fan base to a bunch of young people who had no idea who he was. He probably sold a whole bunch of scooters and earbuds and all that shit just being on that stage. He's a fucking genius.
Like, he has the intro of no longer being Bradley's brother. He's Ray J now. You know what I'm saying? So he has to go be Ray J, and Ray J go on give you viral shit. He's a camera magnet. He's good at it. He loves this shit. But that was the prequel.
Yes.
This nigga Omarion, the B2K, served nigga. He's too eccentric for his own good. It was just moves he was bussing, songs he was picking. Each time that happened, I was more confused than the last song. Like, I didn't get it. Like, I kept waiting for Icebox to come, and I don't know if he ever came. Like, it was weird, bro. I was just watching it. Like, I saw the props back and forth. Like, shouts to Mario. He definitely did his thing to some extent.
Facts.
But he didn't have to do much. He just had to be a little bit better than that nigga across the stage, and he did that every time. But Omarion, man, I'm upset. I'm bothered. He just set niggas back. Watermelon too. He just set niggas back, bro. He had his brother eating watermelon pussy on the stage, bro. Like, it was a point. I looked down. I was at the computer. I looked down. I was doing something. I heard the song. I looked up. And then him and his brother had the biggest piece of watermelon I ever seen, just going to town on it. I'm like, was there a commercial break that I missed? I was tight. I was upset for black people at that very moment. Like, I'm like, this nigga's on stage doing the nasty to this watermelon. And I know there's kids watching this on IG, and they didn't put no parental discretion on this coming up.
Ah, man. So listen, I mean, I didn't expect Omarion to win. I mean, outside of Icebox, he's got good features, but
features win. Features, you could pull the feature out.
I'm just saying, I still thought Mario had it, man. I don't know Omarion for being a great solo artist. I'm not saying Mario was one neither, but Mario got a good.
He got a catalog.
You know what I mean? He got a catalog. Hits. So. It was, I had an idea Mario was going to win, but what really bothered me was, to your point, when Omarion was dancing and singing. You know when someone's giving a speech, but they nervous and you hear their voice crackling? When Omarion was doing that, I'm like, bro, why are you trying to do a whole yoga move instead of just getting the song out. Just get the song out.
He down with dog in mid.
Like, you're not 16 no more, man. This
At
ain't
all.
B2K. You an older dude. You gotta be smart. Remember, there's a funny video of Genuine right now. He's trying to do his own move, but he know he ain't still got it.
Hey,
so he's like, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up. You know what I
Fucking
mean?
it up, bro.
Yeah. So, but Omarion fucked it up. He did too much. And let it be a great lesson. If we have any young viewers or listeners, let it be a great lesson. Sometimes just doing what you're good at is enough. You don't have to do the most.
That's okay, bro.
Just stick to what you're good at, because 9 times out of 10, the person that they think is going to beat you is going to try to do the most, and that's what's going to fuck them up, because the pressure's all on them. The pressure was all on Omarion to be that eccentric person, and he went like uber eccentric. Like,
if Omarion came out in all black, Tim's on, shades, even he could have the Black Panther hat and just and not bust a single dance move. Just sat there and sung his hits out. He could have got that.
Yeah, man.
But he's a performer, so he thought performing was gonna win his verses.
Yeah, he performed all right.
He performed. He put on a fucking show. Like when I saw him humping the floor after the watermelon thing, I'm just like, yo, Mara gonna braid his hair and get this nigga the fuck out of here. But yeah, man, shouts to Mario. Definitely reminded me of a lot of old hits that I definitely forgot about. But yeah, man, we gotta do better as a culture, as a people, as a force, man. It's so strong and so fast. Pause, but you gotta get it together, man. Swiss, I don't know how detached Swiss is from this, but they gotta start like doing pre-shows or something. A quick run through, like let's just see what you guys got going on before we do it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is gonna be live, man. We can't edit this, like. But niggas don't care, man. Niggas don't care. And unfortunate news, a couple of days ago, was Shaka Zulu, who's managed Luda. He's in stable condition, unfortunately, after shooting in Atlanta the other night. Wish him well. Hopefully he's able to pull out of it. But when I seen his name pop up, it was weird because you never see Shaka in anything other than business moves. Right. So it was just weird to see that pop up. But I really just wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully everything works out.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't got nothing else on the music tip for that, but I got a ton of shit on the things to watch. Anything on the music end? What you listening to this past couple weeks?
Honestly, man, I got a steady old playlist. I listen to a lot of Afro beats right now. Facts. Heavy on Burna Boy.
Yep.
And Bad Bunny.
Yeah, that album's still dope. And I still don't know a lick of Spanish. Shit's dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I still don't know a lick of Spanish, but that shit is alright. On Netflix, I saw they dropped Can't Stop, Won't Stop, which is a bad boy story. It was like a doc to Diddy. He really did it back in 2017, but they recently just released it on Netflix. But I bring that up because, BET got his Lifetime Achievement Award over at the BET gala, so to speak. But he brought everybody out for the tribute. Mary J. Blige, Kim, The Lox. He had Nas, Jodeci was there. Faith came out, Busta came out. You know what I'm saying? It was dope to see all these eras of him just, kind of giving him his roses and his flowers while he's there. But shouts to Diddy, man. If anybody earned the Lifetime Achievement in his short, long life, so to speak. Short as far as his actual age, but longevity as far as the amount of years he spent in this business. Yeah. But shouts to Diddy, man. Salute. Appreciate it. But yeah, man, Diddy. He still telling niggas take that.
Yeah, I think Diddy gets a bad rap for not having or creating another like superstar.
After Biggie?
Yeah. But people have to understand, man, Biggie was a once in a lifetime generational talent. You know,
that's a fact.
And I think people forget how hard you have to work to make it in the music business. Mm-hmm. The fact that he put you in front of people is all he needed to do.
Yeah.
Everything else was up to you. Look at the whole catalog. Anybody who was ever on the Bad Boy, it was up to them, right? Shine was maybe 1 or 2 bullets away from being the next superstar.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, it still turned out for him. He's a politician out in Belize right now. He's doing great. But every artist that was under Diddy that he gave a contract and said, go get it, something had to give on their end for them to get it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do the groundwork. So I think he gets a bad rap for that. And everything
really the
you said,
contracts.
man.
It's really the contracts for the bad rap.
Sure.
But hey, man, he's a businessman. You knew that.
Yeah, exactly, right? Listen, it's not his fault people don't do their research.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the business.
Yeah.
He said, hey, I got raped, now I got to rape you, bro.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
Hey, hopefully you can rape your artist. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro.
That sounds... yeah, if you missed the whole Locks raping you record skit, all of that probably sound very foreign to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just read your contracts, man. Read your goddamn contracts. A few notable artists on BET. Lotto caught Best New Artist. Meg caught Best Female Hip Hop Artist. I think it's like her second or third year in a row getting that too, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me, but Thames caught a few. Love her. She looked beautiful too, by the way.
Yeah.
And Zendaya, she won Best Actress for not Euphoria, but for it was something else she won Best Actress for, but I don't think it was Euphoria. I hope it wasn't Spider-Man. She won something, but shout out to Zendaya. I love you too.
Yeah. Yeah, Meg is having a hell of a run, and I think Thames is just she's just awesome.
Yeah. As soon as Thames gets Meg's work ethic, oh man, pew, she's out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because Meg, she got a Energizer and a Duracell on her back. You know what I'm saying? She's just she's probably out. She's really just outworking everybody else.
Yeah.
She's not the best lyrically. She's not the best dancer, not the best singer, but she's outworking everyone in those 3 categories. So it's destined for her to just, stand on top of everybody else, unfortunately. But shouts to you, man. No pun intended with the shots to you. But another thing I saw on Netflix, Who We Are. It was a chronicle of racism in America. Jeffrey Robinson, he's a civil rights lawyer. He kind of did the presentation, like a Google slide kind of presentation thing, but very, very, very informative as far as where we as a people have come and the rules that they kind of kept reusing but remastering for today's time to keep the same people oppressed in today's time, and how they use the star from then and with cops, how that star, what it symbolizes now. But it was super, super informative. It was like maybe 2 hours and it flew by, but very informative. You felt like you knew everything about the story, but the way he breaks it down, gives you visuals to kind of match up with the timeline. Put a lot of missing crumbs and cookies together that I always was worrying about. But if you haven't caught that, catch that on Netflix. It's very good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you go from slavery to Jim Crow.
Yes.
I mean, it's every law that we have, every systematic issue of gaining wealth comes from slavery.
Yeah.
And they designed every single law so that we could not create our own wealth. And that's why when you asked me earlier about why would they want to get rid of Roe versus Wade? Everything is about protecting white culture.
Yeah.
These white men are scared.
Yeah. They see the numbers dwindling. They gotta something has to change, and they don't know how else to do it.
I don't think people realize how nervous white America was when Barack Obama was elected. Look at who we went to right after him. They were so desperate that they put one of the biggest smart idiots in that we know in office.
The drastic change from Obama to Trump is like doing 50 and just throwing your car in reverse and just seeing what happens after that. Like, it usually flips and tumbles. But the about face, the American democracy dictated was still nuts, but that's the past, man.
And it was the ultimate trick, right? He comes in and his whole campaign is about get rid of everything that Barack did.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
That was it.
And leave it in such shambles that even if I lose, the next guy won't be able to fix this shit in 4 years. So I'm gonna come back and watch how he makes it seem like he makes everything right.
I did all this.
Yeah.
He said when I left, COVID came. Like, you know, I could see the
COVID.
I can already see him ramping up some sort of plan for the rerun.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
We'll see. I want to get you caught up on my Star Wars adventure. If you happen to listen to the last episode, I let my good brother Shawn know that I've been avoiding Star Wars my entire life. But I want to watch this Obi-Wan Kenobi series because I've been hearing it's good. But I don't know the backstory. So me, unfortunately, I got to figure out the backstory. So I started watching the Star Wars flicks in theatrical order. You gotta really want to sit through it to watch it, bro. It's a lot. You know what I mean? It's one of those. You know, it's like being in a relationship that you can't get out of, but there's one really, really good thing that's happening, so you stick to it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only sticking to it because I know Obi-Wan Kenobi's on the other side of this fence, so I'm just like, I just want to see where he came from. You know what I mean? But hey, the story. They start the movies off saying, hey, a long time ago in a far galaxy away. So you're already fucked up from the beginning. Like, it's old and futuristic at the same time. Trying to balance that's rough. But yeah, man, I give it a firm 6 out of 10. Yeah, as far as the whole Star Wars culture, I like it. I get it, but I'm happy I avoided it up until now.
Yeah. Listen, more power to you because I tried a long time ago and I couldn't make it past the first 10 minutes.
Yeah,
like, I was like, what the fuck is this?
You gotta commit. You gotta commit. You gotta, pull your strap boots out, get your favorite, movie snack, and really commit.
Yeah, man.
But another last. Big fan of P-Valley right here. Big fan.
Yes.
I've been holding out on a new season. I hate waiting 7 days between episodes. Have you caught any?
No, I haven't.
Waiting too? Nice. All right, I've been dodging social media like the plague, trying not to see nothing from that damn show. But can't wait for it to wrap up so I can see it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
What else we got here? You want to jump over to sports?
Yeah, man. So we gonna start off with saluting the undefeated, the man, Mr. Pretty Boy himself. Floyd Mayweather was inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame, and he got super emotional in that moment because it was a culmination of a magnificent career. Everybody doubted this man. Everybody wanted to see him lose, and for him to preserve that 0 in the loss column, you can tell all of the emotions from everything he's been through just hit him in that moment, and he broke down. He could barely speak for most of his speech because the brother came a long way, and I hats off to him, man. It's been awesome to watch, right? Because I didn't really get to enjoy the Mike Tyson era as much. So he was, our Tyson, our Muhammad Ali, and it was just great to see.
Yeah, man. Shouts to Floyd. Is he still 50 or he put a couple on there like the States? 52 now, technically.
Probably.
You know what I mean? But yeah, but shouts to Floyd. Best duck in the game, man. You'll never get a clean shot on him. But man, shouts to Floyd. You really gave a lot of hope to those who felt they couldn't make it. You know what I mean? Like you said, for those that missed the Mike Tysons and the dominance, he's up there. Well, as far as the Tiger Woods, the Jordans, the Gretzky's, you know what I'm saying? The great at the sport. And the amount of time that they were great will forever be legends. So salute to Floyd. Oh, and other dope news. Kind of bittersweet, but Naomi Osaka, she's starting a media company with help from LeBron. He's a billionaire, so he knows what he's doing. But I'm happy she's branching out, but she it still feels like she was on like her rookie season, kind of, as far as the whole tennis thing. I know she had the the development where she just needed some personal time, which is always, understood and respected when you're able to do that on that greatness of a level, But her branching out so early, I'm a little nervous for her first passion, if it was her first passion as far as tennis, because I know the last couple of matches she hasn't been her best self, so I'm curious to know if she's just distracted altogether since the
Could
break,
be.
and if she's gonna be able to return back to that greatness she once had on the court.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, shouts to her. Got to diversify your portfolios, ladies and gentlemen. LeBron didn't just do it on the court.
Right.
So take notes and call him if you got his number. He might be able to help you out for sure.
Yeah, man. So June 23rd, of course, the cloud of the overturning of Roe versus Wade was heavy, but there was still cause for celebration because it was the 50th anniversary of Title IX. Now, if you don't know what Title IX is, it's basically the terminology for a civil rights law that made space for gender equality in classrooms, government, and sports across the country. So you saw a lot of teams and companies putting out messages that under the basis of sex shall no female not be able to receive the same opportunities, access, and privileges as a male. Now, this was first put together in 1972, and of course, this made 50 years, but you can see how we still have a ways to go because on that same day, they overturned Roe versus Wade. But there was still cause for celebration. All of the WNBA teams, all of the college teams, everybody was supporting it, celebrating it. I think they on ESPN they let like most of like the female analysts host most of the shows.
Nice. That's what's up.
And then it was the same day as the draft, and they made history because Malika Andrews was the first woman to ever host the event, and then
Nice.
Monica McNutt, she did the draftee interview. So they really did it big for the 23rd. It was beautiful to see.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Big shouts to Malika. You know we still love you. Monica McNutt, haven't seen you yet, but I'm going to be on the lookout for you. That's what's up. Earlier this week, Brittany Griner began she had the prelim hearing, more so just to establish a trial date, and they gave her a day of July 1st. That's the when the trial will be starting. It'll be today, of course. But it was another thing they also did earlier. They also extended her detention for 6 months.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
Yeah.
was a little confused. If the trial started, today, and got a 6 months extension, what the fuck does that mean for my trial?
Yeah.
I just see more delays, unfortunately, happening. If it doesn't start today and there's a push, I wouldn't be surprised. But she's been detained, as we know, for a little bit over 4 months now for cannabis possession. She had a pen with THC in it, and if convicted, she could still, unfortunately, face up to 10 years. So, holding your prayers. Hopefully everything goes smooth, because I'm pretty sure she has the best lawyers the United States and WNBA can provide.
Right.
So I don't know how it's going to be televised with it being in Russia, if at all.
Yeah.
It's not. C-SPAN won't be able to cover it as in depth as the OJ situation. So we will see. I just hope everything works out in her favor. She can come back home soon.
Definitely, man. Yo, I seen all the teams, all the support, so hopefully it works out. I mean, right now Putin is just flexing his muscles and making this a thing, but government has to do something. They got to bring her home, man.
Yeah, man. Way too long.
We're gonna jump over to NBA, man. First of all, we know we're probably like 2 weeks late on this, but we gotta say congrats to the Golden State Warriors for winning the 2022 NBA championship.
Congrats.
Yes, sir. Steph finally gets his Finals MVP. What can they say now? Words quoted directly from Steph himself. Now, we love good questions about legacies, right? And I got to give credit to Ramel on this one. Whose 4 rings were more impressive, LeBron or Steph Curry?
Impressive. the fact that the word impressive is there, I gotta give LeBron the edge. His shit, I ain't gonna hold you. That one ring might be more impressive than Steph's 4 rings, as far as him, being the prodigy of Cleveland, leaving to go to college in Miami, get a couple under your belt, and coming back home, and then to take down the most winningest team in a season ever, back from a 3-1 deficit. That build up for that one ring alone is if that was his only ring, I think his legacy is still pretty solid, just because the amount of times he's been to that stage. But as far as impressive, I'll give the edge to LeBron on that one. But as far as an explosive player, it's weird. Steph takes it. You know what I mean? Just because his ability he had the ability to change the game. So his shooting barrage is always a feat to watch. So, but rings-wise, I give it to LeBron. Who you got?
I got Steph.
You got Steph?
Yeah.
For impressive rings?
Impressive. Because if you look at all of the finals that Steph won, Steph was phenomenal.
And the MVP, Steph's,
huh?
Wasn't the MVP though.
True. But when we talk about impressive, Steph was the guy. You look at the 2 championships with KD, and you know that KD was the best player on the court. Mm-hmm. But Steph Curry had a large part to do with that.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So if you look at the 3, if you look at the one before KD came, that was just super impressive. Then, you know what I mean? You get to this last one against the Celtics, man. If he doesn't have an MVP finals, they lose.
Of course.
He knew, and to do that at this age in this NBA, to me, it's more impressive because that one ring for LeBron, a lot had to happen for that ring.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes.
Draymond had to get that technical
everything
disqualified.
Everything fell into place.
That's why for me it's not impressive. It's not impressive. It's an amazing moment in history, but too much had to happen for him to get that. You know what I mean? If we all know, I'm sorry, if Draymond doesn't get that suspension, the Warriors are celebrating their 5th championship.
Hey man, if Steph's ankle really looked as bad as it looked in Game 3, they might not win this year. You know what I'm saying? He came down. I was nervous. I think it was Game 3 or 4. He came down on somebody's ankle on one of them shots, and it did a 90-degree joint on a drop.
But in the question is, whose 4 rings are more impressive? I gotta go with Steph. The bubble to me doesn't count. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on.
The bubble is an asterisk. That's like the Spurs championship in that 50-game season. It's an asterisk because it was a
lockout.
I get it. It's still a
COVID.
championship, but it's not an impressive one for me. You know what I mean? It's not an impressive one. We're talking about a full-on season, backs against the wall. This is, team against team. Steph wins it. This finals and that first finals.
The first finals was amazing because we seen this cheat code unfold in front of our eyes. Right. As far as, these light-skinned brothers really don't miss. They call them the Splash Brothers. Yeah. Whap, whap. You know what I mean? It was great to see on display really for the first time because I can't tell you the last time I watched a Golden State game before that first season. Those last 2 seasons right before the first trip, I couldn't tell you the last time I tuned in for a Golden State game, let alone them getting on primetime TV. But the revelation of the Splash Brothers and then getting KD and still being the best 1B player in the world, you know what I mean? That LeBron win though, man. That one in Cleveland, man,
it's monumental. It is definitely monumental. But if you talk about 4 rings, whose 4 rings were more impressive? It's Steph, man. This finals alone was just, he put that team on his back and he said, we're not losing.
Yeah, he had to.
We're not losing. That game, what was it? That Game 4 win? If he doesn't go off in that fourth quarter, they're going back to Golden State down 3-1.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That game was the turning point.
That game 4
sure.
did everything. Like, he in Boston, that was impressive.
Yeah, that was big.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I got.
But hey, don't get me wrong. Like, if Tatum don't shit the bed, we got a whole new series. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, things have to happen for things to happen.
Absolutely.
But in the post celebration though, did you see your boy Clay?
Yo, Henny Clay is my spirit animal. Let me tell y'all. Except dropping the ring though, that was nuts.
That was wild. That was wild. I don't know how it came off, but
Henny Clay is my spirit animal, man. Because the brother's so reserved, he doesn't say shit. Like Draymond said, Clay never says anything.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah.
So when he starts talking, you know something's up. So I think that was the most I ever heard Clay talk or do anything, especially the post-game conference.
Facts.
And then at the parade, Henny Clay is everything.
I didn't even know he liked Henny.
When you win, you like everything.
Everything tastes good today. Everything. Give me the buoy.
Yep.
Question with Draymond. You been catching this podcast? You been talking, man.
Draymond, the worst thing that could happen for anybody who is not a Draymond fan was for the Warriors to win the championship.
Oh, shit.
And he said it. He warned everybody.
Yep.
Don't let us win this championship. He's gonna be talking shit until game 1.
Easily.
Until game 1 of the playoffs next year, he's gonna be talking shit because after Steph said you don't want to see us next year, and then after they won, I think 12 games, he went on and he said we're looking good right now, but we know it's a long way to go, but we're gonna get our boys back and we're gonna run this league.
Facts.
And then I think this might be the best line I've ever heard in basketball when he said, "It's on now. Welcome to the Warriors Invitational." You know what that means?
You gotta come see us, bro.
Like,
You're not getting this without going through us, and I respect it. I respect it. You gotta get through them to get there, and that's that. That's that.
I was like, what do you say to that?
Nothing. Because you had 10 months to say something, and you ain't say shit. So you got to shut up for the next, 8 weeks, and we'll see you in October. Good luck.
Yeah.
Oh man. Good stuff though, man. But on the flip side, man. Hey, I know Boston's your team.
Yes.
I know you ride for the green.
Yes.
What do they need to do to not only get back to this mountaintop, but climb it?
Number 1, don't fall into what I call the OKC trap. If you remember, after OKC had a 3-1 lead on that Heat in the finals, they imploded. No, it wasn't them. They had a 3-1 lead on the Warriors, and they blew that. That's what had happened, right? They were about to get back. They were going through the West Coast royalty, the Spurs, the Mavericks, and then they had the Warriors, right? They blew that 3-1 lead, and then they broke up the team. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like,
they ain't give it they never gave the flower a chance to grow. Like, they didn't want to trust the process. Like,
you know
I guess
what I'm saying? Like,
they all felt like superstars in their own right, and they all wanted the money, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know who was running them at the time, but you're looking at what you could potentially be.
Mm-hmm.
Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, all drafted by Golden State.
Yeah.
All you had to do was follow the fucking blueprint.
That's it. Knicks.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
you had to follow the blueprint, and they were gonna be champions. Maybe another year, maybe 2.
Yeah.
They were gonna be fucking champions, or they were gonna push Golden State to the brink. You already saw that you could beat them. You went 3-1. So Boston has to stick with their core. They got to keep Jaylen Brown. They got to keep Jason Tatum, and they got to keep Marcus Smart.
I think everybody comes back though. I think these all look like lifers as far as being a boy. You know what? Let me take that back.
Yeah, we've seen teams do worse shit in thinking that they need to go get this piece to really get over the hump.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I think they should do is they should go out and get a solid point guard. What they were missing was in those moments when they couldn't create a play. Marcus Smart is not a creator. if we rewind the clock back to when Terry Rozier was there, Terry Rozier is a playmaker. Dennis Schroeder,
Rondo.
you know what I mean? Rondo. These are playmakers. They need to go get a playmaker at that point guard spot. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Niggas had Kyrie, but go ahead.
But we know what happened with Kyrie, man. Kyrie's is just an idiot.
He said he started growing his hands, shit with stuff.
Kyrie just doesn't know what he wants to do when he wakes up in the morning. It's just like whatever.
But
I think DeJounte Murray over on the Spurs would be a great addition. He's a solid point guard. He doesn't need the ball much. He can get to the basket. He plays great defense. He already has that Celtics mentality. But I think he's going to end up in Atlanta because they got better pieces to trade for him. I don't think the Celtics, they would have to give up somebody, and they're not going to want to. So, but to me, that's what they need. And they need a deeper bench. Their bench was not good. They were not good. You know what I mean?
They had sparks, but not enough to sustain
so they need to work on fortifying their bench and get a solid playmaker point guard. Unfortunately, that's going to move Smart to the bench, but I think it's necessary.
Him coming off as a six-man, him in the back, that's good too. He's still a solid player. He can play with any squad, so to speak.
Yeah.
He's not really the points guy mentally, but he happens to get points. He gets a lot of sneaky points.
But
it's his energy, it's his leadership that really carries over more than his skill set, so to speak.
Yeah.
So all right. So now, from you, I got the Golden State montage. I got what the Celtics need. Do you have an early pick for next season? Take it all. Too soon?
Yeah, it's too soon. Because a lot could happen. Like, when we get to the next subject, we'll talk about that. A lot can happen for the season, and for the Celtics to get back there, it's gonna take those moves that I just mentioned. If they don't make any of those moves, they're not going back.
Okay.
Giannis is, the Bucks are still going to be the Bucks next year. I don't think, PJ Tucker already left, right? The Heat might not be that good next year because PJ Tucker, there's rumors that he might go to the Sixers. So I don't know if the Heat will be back next year.
Okay.
The Sixers are only going to get stronger if they get a decent James Harden back.
I don't know what James is showing up next year, bro.
You know what I mean? But it's tough. I have to go with Golden State right now.
Yeah.
They're the only team that's they're working to bring all those guys back. Andrew Wiggins is getting paid.
Yes.
Jordan Poole is getting paid. So they're going to bring back that core. They still got Kuminga over there. They didn't even have fresh back to form Clay yet. It's got to be Golden State right now unless Boston makes the moves that they need to make.
And if I'm not mistaken, Golden State did pretty decent in the draft too. They got a lot of solid bodies that we don't need you right now for the first 12 months. Hey, sit back, get a pen pad. We're going to show you how to win because as you can see, we're winners. They get new people in the farm system. Another 2-3 seasons from now, their picks from this year be great. Like they got a good system. They got an awesome general manager, executive job team back there who really do their homework on these college kids. But man, it's gonna be good to see next year. I'll see who gets out the wild west.
Yep.
This nigga. What's up with Kyrie, man? What's he doing?
So, of course, we're recording this show a little earlier than today, right? And literally right before we were about to record, we found out that Kyrie opted in. Clearly, he opted in because he didn't want to lose out on $36 million.
Nah, that's a lot of money.
You know what I mean? And the only team that was interested in the sign and trade were the Lakers. And the Lakers ain't got nothing.
Nah.
That is worth signing Kyrie, for a max deal. So
they ain't got it.
Kyrie's still in Brooklyn for now. A lot can happen before the show even drops because free agency starts, I believe, and it's gonna be interesting to see what happens, man. It's all business at this point. It's really about, if this team can really have a full season together on the court. That includes Ben Simmons. That includes getting a healthy Joe Harris back. It's gonna be interesting, man. But Kyrie's opting in, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, like the Nets on paper still look dope.
Yeah.
If everybody shows up, with a uniform, like it could be a really good season. But a lot still has to take place for it to happen. But we'll see, man. We shall see.
Yeah. And then here's just a quick appreciation. The Suns hired Morgan Cato as assistant GM and VP of basketball operations, making her one of the highest ranking women in a front office position.
Congrats, and salute to Miss Cato.
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
And the NBA draft was interesting, man. The Knicks fucked up again.
Knicks nicking, man.
The Knicks did absolutely nothing. It was hilarious to see Stephen A. and Spike Lee share a moment of sadness.
Yeah.
The disappointment just keeps on coming, and we can always count on the Knicks to do it.
How do you consistently fuck up at the same position now when you have millions at your disposal?
At this point, I don't think Dolan cares.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know a owner that doesn't want his team to be competitive. Now I get it, right? They could be making them play for free agency, but the moves never make sense. They never make sense. They never work out, and I don't know, but honestly, for me, I like what the Pistons did. I think the Pistons did really good in the draft. It's going to be interesting to see how these young boys come in and make an impact right away. But yeah, I think the Pistons won the draft. They made some of the best decisions.
Okay. Yeah, man, Knicks, man. I don't. It's hard to get attached to these teams, man, because you can't, man. It's suicide watch. Yeah. It's rough. But, hey, as always, we'll try to land that over-the-hill veteran and see if it works out for us again, It's rough, man. It's rough. But on to good news, man. I want to go to our appreciation segment. I want to start off with Miss Felicia Rashad, actually. She won her second Tony for the Skeleton Crew. This marks her second Tony. She also won one back in 2004 for her revival in A Raisin in the Sun. So appreciation to Miss Felicia Rashad. You'll always be Mrs. Huxtable to me. But, yeah, man, congrats as always and appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
J HUD. More history for the American Idol loser, so to speak, because she didn't win. So everybody kind of, said she didn't belong here. So what she do? Show them she belong here. She just got her first Tony, which made her a official EGOT, which is the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony trio. First black woman in 20 years to do it. Whoopi Goldberg was the last. And if I'm not mistaken, John Legend also accomplished this feat maybe 4 or 5 years ago. But as always, shouts to J HUD. I know she had a rough couple years ago, but she's back and doing what she does best, which is everything. So appreciate you. Shouts to you, and keep pushing the envelope forward, man. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. She did a great job in the movie Respect, too.
Yes, that's a fact. She really did.
Man.
She's really good, like at everything. It's crazy. Sad news. Condolences to Mr. Tony Siragusa, Goose as they called them, but he was an NFL defensive tackle who became one of the game's biggest players and personalities, but he passed away last week at the age of 55.
Damn.
It hurts when you get connected to players that you never met, you never seen them, but they have such a charisma about them that you get attached to the person that they are. But he was very lively, very animated, just seemed to make Ray Lewis laugh, and you never seen Ray laugh. So, condolences, rest in peace, and NFL, man, having a rough early part of the year.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Man. But what else you got, man? Talk to me.
Oh, listen, man, just getting ready for 4th of July this weekend.
Yes.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
ready.
saying?
Barbecues. You got any barbecues lined up? Hey, one at the White
I think
House.
we both got the same invite.
Yeah, man. One at the White House. Hope it
Yeah.
works out. Big bro taking care of it.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah, man. July 4th. I don't know if they're doing fireworks. I'll see if I can catch a guy on the back block. You know what I mean? Make the block hot for a couple of poppers.
Yeah,
But
that'd be cool.
yeah, happy 4th for everybody enjoying this weekend.
Absolutely.
Prices is up, so just be careful at the supermarket, man.
Yeah.
Gas is up, food's up. Yo, I went to Western Beef the other day. I had to get like 3 things. She said a number. I'm like, no. I just have this. She goes, yes, 42.30 something. I'm like, what the fuck did I get? Like, you know what I mean? But everything's going up. All the little things, all the big things. Gas is not going down anytime soon. So, hey, man, if you didn't budget before, stop budgeting, man. You got to. It's rough out there, man. But also, summer school, summer programs, day camps, pools is open. It's July now, so the kids should be having a ton of fun. Yeah, and get ready for school in 2 months. But, vacations coming up. Trying to get this one for next month cracking. But, you got any other vacations set for this year? Summertime?
Nah, bro.
So get that one.
Staycation, yeah, man. Just saving up for next year, trying to do some things. So I'm in the pools, I'm in the beaches.
Yeah, man.
If it's in driving
parks are
distance,
open.
I'm there.
Hey, man, parks, swings, they open.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And also today, the FCP shop, if you haven't been there, go visit. It's refreshed for the summer 2022 vibes. So if you haven't, go check us out. Please go do so. We got the link at the bottom somewhere over there. This is when my main man, Mr. Edit, takes care of that. But other than that, anything else you got before the next show?
Oh, just reminding people, man, that, the summer's here, but make sure that you're taking time for yourself. Don't overextend yourself to think that you got to be everywhere and everything for everybody.
The word no is a thing.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Take care of your mental health and make sure you're there for those that are there for you.
Most importantly.
Life is short, man. Life is fucking short, so just make sure you're taking care of you and yours, man.
Yes, sir.
For real. But anything else from you?
That's all I got, man, for the July top of the month episode, man. Yeah, man, drink water, stay hydrated. Hey, man, if you got a gym membership, use it. Don't do what I do. Don't do what I do. Don't let them niggas just keep, debiting your account and you're not giving them no attendance, bro. Go do a couple sets, man. Do something, man. Don't come back here in the middle of the month on the 15th episode and you ain't do a push-up or a sit-up. I'm not telling you run a mile or nothing, but a jumping jack, my nigga. Do something. Do something. Summertime is hot, man. But other than that, I ain't got nothing.
Oh, man. So it's that time, guys. We got to go, man. But we are so happy you checked in with us. Like Kenny said, check out the merch shop.
Yes.
My man did a great job with the designs. The shit is looking fly. We're going to have it on for the 15th show, and hopefully you'll have it on too. Tag us in it if you cop. And you are now released back into your normal programming. Corporate life, parental life, entrepreneurship, whatever it is that you do, we salute you. I'm Senor Lee.
I'm Ken Kapnick.
See you back next pay week when we lock back in to a free state of mind.
We out.